Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to discuss regarding the prompt engineering. So you might have heard or you might have seen so many videos in which the YouTuber are explaining about video creation, about content creation, but nobody's telling you what the prompt engineering is, because you are getting all those prompts from them, but you are not getting that how those prompts are being created. So what we are doing is we are just following the ideas which the other people are giving to you, but you are not implementing whatever is in your mind. So in today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you all about the prompt engineering, the way the chat gpt or other AI tools are giving us the answers. Definitely, if you are asking something to anybody, if your context is not clear, then definitely you are not getting the appropriate answer. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step all those things which are needed to get a video or any content up to the mark, whatever you needed from the ChatGPT. So let's get started. Okay, so we have a formula that is known as the critics formula. So, as far as the name is concerned, that is definitely an interesting thing, that what the critic is for any AI tool is. So, in this video, I'm going to walk you through all those areas in which CRITICS are being used. So let's get started. So what the C is? C is the context. As I mentioned in my intro, that we need to provide some background that what actually we wanted from ChatGPT or any AI tool is. So we need to give some background that what type of things we wanted. So I have given example over there. For example, you are saying that you are a senior .NET architect, for example, and designing a microservices system for the fintech app. So you are providing the context that what actually we wanted is. So context is a very critical point in any AI tool. So you need to provide whatever you needed, that need to be upfront, tell them so that the AI can set the context accordingly. The next thing is R. R is a role. So we need to tell that what role you are performing, because we are giving the context but we are not clarifying what role it need to be performed, then definitely you are not getting the appropriate answer from that. For example, we can tell the chat GPT that act as a business analyst. So whatever context would be provided, it will answer us according to the business analyst, and no other context or no other role will be entertained over there. In the same manner, we can tell act as a YouTube script writer and give us these type of things. It will do in the same manner. And we can tell that act as a DevOps engineer, and then we will give the task, then accordingly it will perform. So C is the context and R should be the role which we need to provide over there. Then I is for instructions. We need to clarify what the instruction AI should follow. So for example, we are saying that create a step-by-step development plan using the Azure DevOps. So we are providing the instructions. Those instructions should be clear, but they definitely been associated with our context, our role, and as well as the instruction. So we can give the instruction that create a step-by-step development plan using the Azure DevOps. You can tell step-by-step a user. You can tell step-by-step create a story for our kids. Step-by-step, I wanted to have a lecture. So these type of stuff we need to give the instruction. We can also say if anything we wanted to exempt from there. For example, I wanted to say that avoid instructions like explain this, be specific. These type of instructions should be clearly mentioned. Otherwise, definitely ChatGPT will do from their own models. So we need to provide a clear instructions to get the appropriate result. Then comes the task. So we need to define the task. We have given all those things, but our task is not clear, then definitely you are not getting the appropriate thing which you wanted is. So we need to define an exact deliverable or output which we wanted. For example, I have given an example that generate a 2-minute video script. So that is a task which chat gpt or other AI tool need to follow, that these are the things which we wanted from it. For example, write a 10 interview questions with the answer. So this is the task which we are giving to the chat gpt or other tools, and accordingly it will give you the answer. So the task is very important part over here. We need to get the output according to whatever task is being provided. Then comes the input constraints. So there might be some constraints that we can give in our prompt, that these things should not be included. For example, I have added some of the limits or the rule or the boundaries here. For example, we can say limit 200 words, we can say 500 words scripted niches, we can say that we need a 10 scenes. For example, we can say that we need a 10 questions over there. So these type of stuff we need to limit over there. Use the simple English. We can tell that it should not be a high class English in which nobody can understand, even for example. So we can give that instruction that a simple English need to be used. Output in the table form, we can tell that we need a tabular data, so it should not be a bulleted, it should be in a tabular form. Avoid the technical jargons. Maybe we are targeting somebody who is not up to who is not technical strong, then we can also give the instruction that it should be given in the simple terms, not in the technically. Use the bulleted points only. I mean, if you don't want our tabular form, we can instruct it, it should be a bulleted point. So these type of instructions should be provided in order to get the appropriate answer. Then comes the C, there is a check or the criteria. So this is also a very important thing in our critics. So define how success should be evaluated or verified. For example, ensure the answer is beginner friendly and included the real example. So this is the last thing which we are going to provide to our prompt, that whatever we are getting, it should be for what type of audience we are targeting. For example, it should be a beginner level, so definitely it will only include all those things which are needed for a beginner front, not from the experienced one. Then validate this step against the best practices. We can tell it should not give the any vague answers to us, it should be according to the best practices which are being following. If you are having some technical stuff to be generated from chat gpt, we can also tell that they include the pros and cons. So it will give you the accordingly what the criteria and check is being.
Next, we have a full critic prompt example. I just wanted to explain it. So, we have learned about all those critics, what the critic actually is. Now, I'm giving you a full example. For example, in this prompt, you can see what I have written is I have written, you are a senior cloud architect. That is a role. I am building a healthcare API system. That is a context. So we have defined the role. We are giving the context that this context need to be used and what it should be done. We are giving this some task. So create a secure architecture design. So there is a task. And the other things which we need to provide in our prompt is provide the step-by-step explanation and a diagram description. These are the instructions, and then we are providing some constraints that limit the Azure services only and keep it under the 400 words. So that is what we are also make sure that it should not exceed the 400 words and it should only use the Azure services. And then we are also emphasizing that the ensure it follows the security best practices and HIPAA styles compliance principle. So this is a full-fledged example in which we have used the critics accordingly. We have provided the role, we are setting the context, we are giving the task, we are instructing the chat gpt or any AI tool, we are giving some input constraints, and as well as we are also setting some checks or criteria. So once we do all those stuff according to the critics, we will get our desired result. Next step is a critics template for a viral short video. So I have created some templates for the sake of this video, so that you should know that what actually the templates are being used for any video which are being viral or which are being created by AI, for example. So see, the context is I wanted to create a viral short video for a social media. That is what I'm setting the context. And then I'm saying the act as a viral short form video script writer. So the role is it will only think like a writer, in which it will write some short stories. Instructions are write a hook first, fast-paced scripts with the pattern interrupted and emotional triggered. So these type of instruction it will follow. And the task is it need to create 30 to 45 seconds of short video, and we can provide any topic whatever we needed, because this is the template. I'm just giving the example. So input constraint is maximum 120 characters each line under the 10 words, include the hook in the first 3 seconds, add one screen text clue. So that is what I'm just putting some constraint. And the check and the criteria would be must be highly engaging, curiously driven, and optimized for the retention and the share. So these type of stuff we are upfront providing to the chat gpt, that these type of things we need to have, these are the constraints and these are the inputs which it need to follow to get the desired result. I have also created the 5 ready critic viral short patterns, which you can have, and you can get the idea from there. For example, the one is AI or the tech viral short. For example, so in this case, I'm just providing the context that the audience loves AI tools and productivity hacks. So that is what I'm setting the context, and the role is act as a viral tech content creator, and the instruction is use the shock plus value plus fast pacing. So this is the instructions, and what is the task is create a 30-second script about a hidden AI tool that saves the hours. So the constraints would be hook it in the first line, include the CTA maximum 10 words, and must create the curiosity and save this feeling. That should be the criteria. So in this way, I'm just giving an example. If you wanted to create a AI video that need to be viral, so you need to provide the prompt accordingly, so that the chat gpt or the AI tool need to be thinking in the same manner as you are thinking. Is that is the first example. I have a couple of more examples. So second is, for example, we have a money career shots. I mean, our niche is in which we wanted to have the career oriented videos or money created videos we wanted to create. And then we need to set the context accordingly, that the viewers want to career growth tips. Role is act as a viral career coach creator. Instruction is use the bold claims and the quick proof. I mean, there should be some proofing over there. There should be some screenshots available there, so that the users need to be aware that this is a legitimate, or there is nothing that there is a scam. And write a short script on it, in which a skill that will demonstrate the job in 2026. I mean, that can be the eye-catching prompt, I would say. And the constraint will 35 seconds, not more than 35 seconds. And the punching lines, no fluffs. So constraint should feel urgent and the actionable, because these type of stuff in which people are looking into the videos which are money oriented, so there need to be some quick around. So that is what this prompt will do the magic. So setting the context, roles, instructions, tasks, constraints, and criteria, it will give you a full-fledged prompt in which you can create your own video accordingly. The third is, if you are a educational person and wanting to have some videos on the education, then the context will be students preparing for exam. That is a context. Role is act as a high retention educational YouTuber. Instruction is teach using the micro learning style, and the task is explain the topic, whatever topic we if we wanted to explain on the math for any of the grade. It should be a 30 seconds, so that it should be engaging. And the constraint should be use the simple language, and the example, there should not be any complicated word need to be used. It should be a very pretty much simple English should be used. And the criteria must be understandable by the 10th grade student. So we are just putting the criteria, we are putting some constraints over there, we are explaining what type of information we need, and these type of stuff will guide the chat gpt to what actually we wanted from that. That is purely a critics, I would say, which I'm explaining here. Motivational and the viral videos or the shorts. In the same manner, context is audience like the motivational reads. Role is act as a dynamic motivational scriptwriter. Instruction is use the emotional triggers per constraints and task a creative 40-second motivational script about the discipline. And the constraints include pauses, beats, and the power lines, and the criteria would be must sounds cinematically and quotable. So that is what if you wanted to have some motivational short videos. The last one is, last but not the least, the curiosity hook shots. So generally viral audience, the context over there, and the role is act as a viral the storytelling creator. Instruction would be use open loops, plot twist ending, and they create a short script starting with nobody knows about this. So that is what we are saying, that it should be some engagement over there in your script or in your video. So definitely we need to put some these type of stuff that nobody knows about this, so that everyone who is looking at your video should be engaged, that what is this that everybody's doesn't know about that. And then the constraints are. And definitely there should be some eye catching, which I've already mentioned, that nobody knows this, but I know it. So definitely there should be something that should be eye catching. And the constraining, it should be a 30-second or cliffhanger style. So definitely there must be something that we are engaging our audience, and the criteria must drive the comments and the shares. So these are the five, I would say, short prompts which I elaborated using the critics. So in this way, we can create our prompts and we can get the desired result, whatever we want it is. So guys, in this video, I have explained everything regarding the critics. In the next video, I'm going to give you a full-fledged walkthrough that using these critics, how we can get a full-fledged video. So in that video, definitely I'm going to explain these type of prompt engineering. We will get the prompt, we will put in the two other tools which are needed to create our images as well as the video creation. So stay tuned. Definitely I'm going to publish in the next part very soon. Thank you so much. Bye.